Sales leadership. Transform your team and drive results like a pro. What if you could turn your team into a high-performing, self-motivated powerhouse without micromanaging? That's the promise of Keith Rosen's game-changing book, Sales Leadership. This book is not just for leaders of sales teams. The principles can be applied to all business leaders and teams. So what does it take to be a great leader? Not just a manager, but a true leader? If you've ever wondered how to inspire your team, empower them to think independently and drive better results, then this video is for you. Because today we're diving into the book, Sales Leadership, a game changer for anyone leading a team. This book isn't about managing, it's about coaching. It's about shifting your mindset from directing people what to do to empowering people. So stick around because I'm going to share 5 transformative insights that will help you step up your leadership game. So let's jump in. Welcome to Growth Amplifiers, where we showcase the best tips, resources, and tools to amplify and scale your business. Insight number 1, stop managing and start coaching. Here's the first big takeaway. Stop managing your team and start coaching them. Managing them is about giving orders, but coaching is about guiding your team to their own solutions. For example, instead of saying, do it this way, try asking open-ended questions like, what approach do you think will work best? This will not only help your teams think critically, but it will also build their confidence and independence. So the next time you're tempted to jump in and give directions, solve all the problems, pause and ask the questions. You'll be amazed at the results. It may take some time because if people are used to being told what to do, you've kind of created that culture. And it's okay to start making new decisions, start taking new actions, because that's how you're going to start achieving new results. Let's move to insight number 2, the LEADS coaching framework. The LEADS coaching framework is a powerful tool designed to guide leaders in effective coaching conversations. It's an acronym that helps structure discussions in a way that fosters growth, accountability, and results. Here's a quick breakdown of the framework, an insight into how you can apply it in your team. So first, what does LEADS stand for? It's L-E-A-D-S. L stands for listen. Start by actively listening to understand the coachee's perspective. This sets the tone for a collaborative and respectful conversation. You want to understand what someone's challenges are, what their perspectives are, and then you can move into the next step, E, explore. Ask open-ended questions to dive deeper into the situation, uncover the challenges, and clarify the goals. For example, if someone comes to you with a problem, you can say, okay, what is the situation? How did this occur? What have you tried? What are your ideas to fix it? By asking them questions, you're going to start getting them to come up with the ideas, making them less dependable on you to be the solution solver. If you're coming up with all the solutions, you're going to create people that are dependent on you all the time for all the answers. A, action. Collaborate with them to identify actionable next steps. Empower the coachee to come up with their own solutions rather than prescribing the answers. So this does take time. It can be really tempting when you know the answers, when you know the things they should do, to just tell them. However, by asking questions and working with them to define the approach, they're going to have more ownership of it and they're going to learn. It may take some time, but would you rather have someone that you have to fish for all the time, or would you rather teach them how to fish? D, develop. Discuss the resources, skills, or support needed to implement the action plan effectively. So they might need to have some training. They might need to develop some skills they don't have. You can discuss this with them and make sure that they're empowered to achieve the results long term. And last but not least, S, support and sustain. Follow up to provide the encouragement and ensure accountability over time. By following this framework, it's really important to support people that you're helping to grow. If they make a mistake, don't beat them down and tell them how they did everything wrong. That's not going to give them confidence. If they make an idea that's not the best idea, don't tell them how bad their idea was. That's not going to help them share ideas in the future. Encourage them, help them learn, help them grow. They're going to make mistakes. We all do. And by following this framework, you can transform what is possible for you, your team, and their collective performance together. By the way, there are some great examples in the book, including scripts and discussions, which I highly suggest you check out. Now, I purchased the audiobook so I could listen to it, but I also picked up the physical copy, and the physical copy is nice because you can bookmark the pages, you can highlight the things you really want to come back to. And this is something that is not just about knowing, it's about practicing it and really mastering these techniques. And although it's, again, sales leadership, this can impact you not only in sales, but also in any other aspect in business and in life. You learn how to be an effective coach, you can transform what is possible. It is so empowering, and I'm a really big fan. So definitely check this book out. Let's move on to insight number 3, mastering the art of active listening. Now, we all can technically, well, not everyone, but most of us can hear things. We hear noises, we hear people talking, but we're not always actively listening. So here's a question for you. When your team members are talking, are you really listening, or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Active listening is the foundation of effective coaching. It's about giving your full attention to the other person and focusing on what they're saying, not thinking about your response. So next time you're in a conversation, try this. Silence your inner voice and just listen. You'll be amazed at how much more productive your coaching sessions become when your team feels truly heard. And sometimes we're not just listening to the words, we're listening to how people are expressing themselves. You can hear someone when they're feeling a little bit uncertain of themselves, or maybe they're a little bit frustrated, or maybe they're excited about something. You can hear that in how they're communicating. So you want to take that into account when you're replying to them. If someone's not confident about their idea, then you want to ask them more questions about that. I get the sense that you may not be feeling this is a good idea for you. So active listening is more about than just hearing the words. It's about listening to really what they're saying. Insight number 4, create accountability without micromanaging. We've all been there. You want your team to deliver results, but you don't want to micromanage them. So how do you strike that balance? The key is to create accountability through goal alignment. Work with your team to set clear and measurable goals, and schedule regular check-ins to track progress. But here's the magic. Instead of dictating what needs to happen, empower your team to take ownership of their goals. Have them craft their goals so that they're aligned with the business and what's important to them. Work with them to clear the path of any issues that come up that could slow down and hinder their progress. When they feel like you've heard them and they have a sense of autonomy, a sense of control in what they're doing, they'll be far more motivated to succeed. Insight number 5, build a coaching culture. Finally, if you want coaching to truly transform your team, it needs to be part of your culture. This means embedding culture into your team's daily routine. For example, use your one-on-ones not as simple status updates, but as opportunities to coach. Ask questions, provide feedback, and help your reps problem solve in real time. When they're connecting together, when they're having their own meetings, team members can coach each other. When they're effectively becoming coaches themselves, they'll learn more, they'll grow more, they'll have better collaboration. By making a coaching a consistent habit, you're not just developing them to be better team members, you're creating a team of self-sufficient, high-performing professionals. So, how to start coaching like a pro? How do you start? Here are 3 actionable steps. Number 1, schedule regular coaching conversations. Block a time on your calendar and make it a priority. Number 2, focus on asking instead of telling. Remember, great coaches guide, they don't dictate. And last but not least, practice active listening. Commit to truly hearing what your team has to say. And let me share a quick example. I read this book a few years back. I had already been a coach and had coaching clients, but I started implementing regular coaching conversations with my team. At first, it felt a little different because I was used to assigning tasks with clear directions and SOPs. But over time, I saw a notable difference in their confidence and results. They started taking ownership and thinking outside the box. They're not just checking the boxes, but they're understanding what the end result is and then being proactive to make that happen. So coaching doesn't just improve individual performance, it transforms the entire team dynamic. If you're ready to become a true leader your team deserves, start applying these insights today. In question for you, which one of these ideas are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share with your fellow leaders. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.